This one, the LGBTQI plus, is a trend, and this is all coming from what's happened in Uganda and the signing into law of this bill. And it is just, it has caused an untold uproar, I must tell you, from when you try and have a look and see what is going on and how people are reacting to this. And I'm just trying to get like a sort of breakdown of exactly what it does, but it criminalizes the act of homosexuality, basically, and in some instances you can get the death penalty.
Well, what is referred to here as aggravated homosexuality, which they then describe as engaging in same-sex activity with children or persons with disabilities or anyone deemed under threat, as it says. So that will go with a lifetime imprisonment sentence. You say, there's been a lot of condemnation. This was, of course, passed by Uganda's parliament. And yes, while there might be a lot of condemnation from outside of Uganda, the religious leaders in the country actually held a Thanksgiving ceremony to praise President Yoweri Museveni for how courageous he's been in defying the critics of this particular bill. So that's what's happening in Uganda.
So a little bit more depth into it. So it's called the Anti-Homosexuality Bill. It's now been signed, and they're saying it's the one of or among the harshest anti-LGBTQ laws in the world, where basically now homosexual acts, which are already illegal in Uganda, but now anyone convicted could face life imprisonment. That's the sort of the new change to all of this. So it's, as you had mentioned, SK, the legislation imposes death penalty for so-called aggravated cases, which include having gay sex with someone under the age of 18, and where someone is infected with a lifelong illness, HIV. Those are the ones that will face the death penalty. But just in general, I mean, it's as we say, one of the harshest laws to ever been passed, and it's something we'll have a look at. We definitely will have a look at in the days and weeks ahead.
All right, and moving on to the next one is, of course, BRICS. And this is a big one because of Russian President Vladimir Putin, who is, of course, one of the heads of states of the BRICS member states. And he has indicated that he will be attending the BRICS summit in South Africa. And our dilemma, of course, as South Africa, is that we are a signatory to the Rome Statutes. And the ICC has, of course, issued a warrant of arrest for President Putin. And as things stand, we would be obligated to actually enforce that. But of course, it's been a to and fro. South Africa's been trying to find a diplomatic solution to this particular problem.
The solution is pretty much so being gazetted. He's been given diplomatic immunity to visit South Africa now. This was sort of the revelation yesterday.
Yes. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, there you have it. South Africa finally, getting somewhere in terms of stating how they are going to deal with this problem.
Yeah, it is. It's quite an intense one. So this act that's been signed grants immunity from personal arrest or detention and immunity from any legal processes to take place. So that has now all the talking and wrangling and saying, are we, aren't we, are we, aren't we? Well, we aren't. It's now being gazetted. All right, next trending topic that we've got this morning is Mqubani. So quite an interesting story happening there.
This is the latest twist in the suspended public protector saga. So there has now been a charge laid against 3 people. It is Ubudile Dyanki, who headed up that Section 194 inquiry, Tina Jumat Peterson, and I think the third person is Pemi Majordina, the ANC chief whip. And the charges apparently relate to them soliciting a bribe from the husband of the suspended public protector to, in essence, make this whole inquiry go away or turn it in her favor, as it were. Pemi Majordina, of course, has come out basically slamming that. Ubudile Dyanki has said he will not dignify it with a response. So this is the latest development in this particular saga.
All right, okay, so that's that trend. And then finally, the last trending topic is this devastating story of Palesa Malachie, which is still being spoken about so much, and it is such a sad story of a young
17-year-old matriculant,
grade 12 pupil who was attacked and murdered last week Thursday. She went to Nsako Secondary School in Soshanguve, and according to the reports, she was last seen alive on the 25th of May when she left school in the afternoon after attending extra lessons, and then she didn't come home. And that is the inevitability of what unfortunately has happened. And it is just so devastating, and people are just speaking about her and talking about the unspeakable crimes that have happened to this young girl for attending extra lessons at school.
Indeed. And of course also the MEC paying a visit yesterday there, and his utterances also being spoken about. But that is why Palesa Malachie is trending.
Yeah, all right. So sexual violation, add that to what has happened. Not only died, but sexually violated at the same time. So it's just a devastating story. But that's where we'll leave our trending topics for now.